Hello everyone, Carl here from Brrraaains Head-Banging Life. Happy Monday, I hope you had a lovely weekend. We've got some news items for you to digest, beginning with Deathstars, who, because of the current world situation with COVID-19, the Swedish death glam sensations, that is this band, have had to postpone their European tour dates to 2022, unfortunately. Singer Whiplasher Bernadotte states this: "Since the pandemic obviously still makes it impossible for bands to perform in the flesh, the tour will be postponed to yet another round. We aim to hit stages all over the planet, starting with Europe in spring of 2022. So there it is. The band are currently working on their next studio album and will hit our stages with fresh material and brand new tunes next year. All tickets purchased will be valid for the new dates and venues. You can check all of them out on their website." Now we go to Worm Hero and Lure-In. DIY chaotic creatives Worm Hero and Lure-In are joining forces for a split record. In 2020, Worm Hero and Lure-In made their marks in the United Kingdom underground metal and hardcore scenes, with Worm Hero's mix of mathy, avant-grind punk as seen on releases such as Eat It Up, and Lure-In's constant genre blending going from metalcore to ambient to drum and bass, all the way to shoegaze and post-rock as seen on the releases such as Subdued and Cynic Agnostic. And now in 2021, they've come together to create a split record. Both bands share one thing in mind: embrace chaotic creativity and reject genre normalities. This release is two bands throwing ideas and songs at the wall, to which you'd be hard-pressed to find anything similar in the UK's current heavy music scene. The Worm Hero side of the split is heavily influenced by bands such as Some Girls, The Locust and an Albatross. They take the noisy synth elements of bands such as Man is the Bastard and Holy Molar, added with some sassy yells and Cookie Monster growls, and put their own twist on it. The guitars are equal parts mathcore such as Sixth and grindcore, whereas the lyrical content at this time has taken a sometimes much more personal route on songs such as Two Moons and the sublime art of scissoring, whilst also evoking the surreal nature of their very first LP. The Lure-In side has influences from many different artists and styles, ranging from the ambient stylings of Brian Eno for the opening track Sustenance to the then drop you right in the punishing lead single Blue, which is an intense mix of new metal akin to bands like Slipknot. The new school metalcore riffing of bands like Knocked Loose, the vocal deliveries of bands such as Daughters and the Dillinger Escape Plan, with an intense production that includes a sample from the late hyperpop artist Sophie. The next track, Alive, plays in the same ballpark as Blue, but with the more new metal stylings brought down to introduce more shoegaze stylings of bands such as My Bloody Valentine and Death Heaven. The last song, which is a reprise of their last release, Agnostic, is a reimagined take of the song that's part movie score and part video game OST. So very, very intriguing stuff from this duo. And their future plan after this release is for both bands to do a UK tour alongside the Bristol-based mathcore band Vicarage in early October, to which this tour is currently being self-booked by members of Lure-In and Vicarage, as well as both bands working towards their next releases. And last but not least, we're talking about All Against, groove, thrash, metal outfit, who are proud to unleash the video for Masturbation, the third single from their upcoming album I Am Alive, to be released by Wormhole Death. With heavy and strong riffs, powerful lyrics, they released their debut in 2017, Helen Sinatra. Their first EP, Medusa, was all recorded and mastered by All Against, and that was the band's introduction to the public. Then in September 2018, they released the EP, Feed the Machine, recorded and mastered by Miguel Terreso at Demigod Recordings. In August 2020, they started recording their debut album with Hugo Andrade from Ultrasound Studios, soon to be released and distributed via Wormhole Death. On this single, Masturbation, the band says this: masturbation is not a fucking crime. We released this song also with a video guide to represent the act of self-pleasure. Don't worry, it is a cartoon. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?